Yeah, I'm not sure. But I will say this. Welcome to the Cafe Nightly Show. I'm your host, the Goldsmith. It is the 11th of April, 2024. It happens to be a Thursday, and it's not quite Master Builders, but it is a building contest. We'll get into that. We do have another staking contest, aka you could get a little block explorer by participating in a paid stake. And realistically, a community staking to build the structure that's going to be a part of an event, I can get behind it, regardless of if there's a prize or not, regardless of if there's a reason to stake or a reward on the other side. The reward is to have the structure done in and of itself. So we'll take a look at that monument we looked at earlier this week. That is open to stake on. Obviously, Upland wants it completed by the end of Blossom season, so that we can have that monument on the Monument racetrack. So we'll see that go through. And then, of course, it's always worth checking. I'm going to do this daily. We'll take a look at the Upland airdrop platform because, let's see what we got if we get new missions in there. It's always good to take a peek because, again, I don't want anyone to miss anything coming on, any new opportunities to get the points, and get the sparklet. But for tonight, before we get into all that, all these opinions expressed by myself are mine and mine alone. They should be taken as game strategy or financial advice. They don't represent the views or the opinions of the game or the team of Upland. If any guests who we do have on, they have their own opinions, they have their own views, they're welcome to them. Should we take as game strategy advice or financial advice? They represent myself, the Goldsmith, the Cafe Nightly Show, the game or the team of Upland. And getting started with where the day started here, as early as we have real communication from Upland. Go back earlier today, and we do see this monument. The monument, obviously, the question came up earlier this week. What's this monument? Where is this? Why are they building it? And the answer was, this is for the racetrack, our Monument racetrack. This is something that Upland is doing every season now. To end the season, they're having a special race on a special racetrack for those people with the fancy dancy cars. It's not for the carts. It's not for the lower cars in the series. It's always the top cars that have that championship bout. They have that last run. They take the 12 top cars and they race so they can see who's going to get the best prizes. And again, this is exclusive to those top tier cars, and it's always at the end of the season. The last one for Frost season and this one for Blossom season, those are all going to be run as race events with the Upland Racing League. So looking forward to seeing that happen. And let's just take a look at this structure and what's going on as far as the incentive Upland's giving to put this out. The Monumental Blossom Monument. Monumental Blossom Monument. Okay. Is under construction, and y'all, it's beautiful. But of course, we have to make an event out of it. I don't know if it's an event. I don't know if a staking reward, hey, you stake and a percentage of people who stake get a reward. But again, an incentivization. Let's say there's a small incentive for people to go and stake here because Upland wants it done, and rightfully so. Act now, all players who stake to the building of the Blossom Monument will be entered into a drawing for one of 100 Blossom Monument block explorers. Okay. Drawing will occur after the monument is complete, but please keep in mind that a big influx in Spark staking may mean players will run into error messages when attempting to stake. Patience is required. This is something that we've seen all the way back when we were incentivizing people to build stadiums. We were building the stadium in LA last year, 2 years ago. Wow. Almost 2 years ago. And Upland was incentivizing people to get in a stake, and there was a contest, and the prizes were pretty decent, and there was a drawing for something big. I remember there was something big, like a property or something that was really big in there, and people couldn't get staked in because there was this 2-minute notifying on the blockchain between when someone clicked on the UI or clicked in the game of Upland, and it actually being recorded on the blockchain, and that would be a locked period. So everyone trying to do that, people were trying to stake, and you get an error message, and then you wait 40 seconds and you try to stake in, and now you get another error message because somebody snuck in the snake before you because that 2-minute holding period expired. So it looks like that's happening again now. The incentivizing lots of people to go in, and it's going to continue to happen. I'm sure every time they do this until they find a better way to queue people up when it comes to staking on this type of event. Drawing will occur again after the monument is constructed. And to participate, you go to 338 Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. Again, nice large block on Fifth Avenue that's been sitting there and waiting, and it's been waiting for this. Poof, there you go. Ready to stake. Get on over. Again, type in 338 Fifth Avenue, New York to search for easier access, aka not Manhattan. That's Upland's suggestion, and that's exactly the best way to do that. If we take a look at the monument, we've already seen it. It's a monument, right? It is scaled to be we're looking at a massive 46 stories, something crazy like that, and we know that we can't have an upland structure that's anywhere near that height. So when you look at it in Manhattan, you're going to see that towers above the upland apartment buildings, and it really helps establish the upland skyline, or blending the real world skyline of New York into the game of Upland, I should say. So that is open now. That is something that as I mentioned, it may be difficult to get staked in immediately. And Upland has not specified. The question's been asked how much Spark is required. It looks like 0.01, aka the minimum amount Spark that this will allow you to apply is going to count. You don't have to do some weird denomination of 0.137 or something nuts. So definitely get in and participate if you choose to do so. As always on these, they will get done in time, I'm sure, but it is your opportunity to put yourself into a drawing if that is something you like. If you like a block explorer, if you like another block explorer, this is an opportunity to potentially win a relatively limited block explorer that there'll only be 100 of. I wish they gave me the picture of the block explorer. I think it's going to be this one right here. Go figure. It's going to be something similar to the structure. It is the Blossom Monument Block Explorer. So this is, I believe this is the image that we're being given of Block Explorer, or this is very similar for the Block Explorer. So looking forward to it. Let's see what happens. And of course, I think it's cool to have a monument or a Block Explorer that's patterned after a monument. Anyways, let's take a look at our other announcement, and that other announcement just might be more thrilling for people. It's something that actually people have been waiting for. They're calling this the 2024 Genesis Design Challenge. And the last year with the Genesis Design Challenge, there was like a 2 million UpX prize. It was meant to mean something. It was supposed to be tied into the FIFA World Cup. It was a promotion that was going to be tied in with World of Football, and there was going to be a tournament, and that prize never ended up really getting there or doing what it was meant to do. And it was 2 million UpX, so it was a pretty big deal. It was great for the person who won. It was supposed to be tied with other incentives, and they could have come to Vegas, and they didn't. And I wish they did, but it's okay. I will not hold it against that person any longer. But this is what we're doing for Genesis Week. It looks like 2024 Design Challenge. Maybe there'll be another one. Maybe there'll be one with an incentive to get you to Vegas 2024. We'll see. But let's get into what this one is. We're thrilled to unveil an extraordinary opportunity for designers across the Upland universe instead of metaverse. Good choice there, Upland. The Genesis 2024 Design Challenge. Your creative mission for the contest. We've invited you to design 2 new structure models. Two new structure models will be tasked again with creating 3 additional models in the same theme, ultimately designing a total neighborhood that exclusively features these distinctive models. It's kind of exciting. And to me, what that sounds like, what that feels like, what that smells like is Upland talked about a special having a special or exclusive neighborhood, or being able to do special or exclusive neighborhoods where there's locked opportunities. And this locked opportunity, like Bermuda, this locked opportunity is a special structure for a special neighborhood, not a city, not a limited time, a neighborhood. So it's kind of exciting to see that. And it might be the introduction of properties exclusive, or the property structures exclusive to specific neighborhoods, which a lot of people like with node management, node growth. That means sometime in the maybe not so distant future, there will be neighborhoods with only a neighborhood with only the winning buildings available for construction, much like Bermuda, aka you can't build any other structures in there. You can only build this structure. This structure is the only one that's in there, and also you can't build that structure anywhere else. Submission opens, Wednesday, May 1st at 9 a.m. PT. Look at that. We've got a little while before we can even start submitting. Again, look, May 9th, May 1st, 9 a.m. PT is the opening. Submission closes Tuesday, May 21st at 9 a.m. PT. That's running really close into Genesis Week, the live in-person events, and obviously the online events as well. And that tells us this is one of the start, or this is a start of one of the Genesis Week events. So I had mentioned, I've been looking forward to, and I think a lot of people have, this run up for Genesis Week. This is the start of the run up for Genesis Week. Let's take a couple more details, or take a closer look at a couple more details here. All right. Your creativity mission. This is your opportunity to truly make your creativity shine. For the contest, we invite you to design the 2 models. Here's the exciting part. The winning design will be selected by the team of Upland. Again, team of Upland will unlock a greater opportunity. The victorious designer will be tasked with creating 3 additional models, making an entire theme. Again, it's this little note, or this little quote from Jason Festa. Crafting your unique themed node in Upland offers boundless creative opportunities for our platform creators. Envision the space as your personal sandbox. There will be rules there where the rules will be shaped by your chosen theme. I'm thrilled at the potential for innovation and creativity that our platform's creators will bring to these unique spaces. I see this as I've already mentioned, I see this as the introduction of the opportunity of strongly theming nodes. This node is going to have gingerbread houses, and all the houses that are there, regardless if it's an apartment building or a small townhouse version 2, or again, I use these terms because that's what Upland currently has. Then they may not be called that. They may not be that. The 3-story whatever bungalow. They will all have that gingerbread theme, or they'll all have the whatever the theme is. Maybe they are meant to be the pagoda style, and there's different styles of pagodas. And this is a neighborhood specifically in Tokyo. I don't know. I would say the sky's the limit. I like to think that maybe, hopefully, the ramp up, the lead in won't be as long as some of the other lead ins have been. But I really love the idea of, as far as UGC creation is concerned, as far as building and development of communities and nodes is concerned, I love the idea of building in this idea, this capability, this ability to really make a differentiated look of your node versus anyone else's. I think it's going to be a lot of fun when it can happen. And that's what's going to kind of, capture the idea of the metaverse very much here in Upland, hopefully other places as well, where maybe it's not exactly like the real world. You're making the world you want to make. Again, Upland's tied to real world property addresses. There's other things that are similar in one city to the next. And, there's a scale of, what tier your city is. But I really love the idea that we can have a neighborhood that all has Swiss chalets, ski chalets, and maybe it's in the middle of Atlanta. See, that's me trying to actualize and make Atlanta happen, but maybe it's the middle of Atlanta, and maybe it's because a neighborhood is named something that sounds cold, or sounds something that sounds vacationing or ski or whatever, and they just make that choice for that node is, we're going to do this, and that's how we're going to proceed with this node. So looking forward to that being a strong possibility for future growth or future differentiation of one node to the next. Maybe an existing node can really latch onto this. Maybe just maybe we see up in the Bronxdale node, maybe we can have structures that are made out of cheese. It'll be gorgeous. I'm looking forward to it. Your initial task involves designing the two structures. Like I said, it's putting that aesthetic tone out. It's going to build an entire neighborhood. The judging is based on the 2. The 3 additional are going to happen after Upland's kind of made that decision. This is what you're looking to do. Choose 2 of the following structure type models to design. apartment, luxury modern house, luxury ranch house, townhouse, medium factory width, large factory, and then speedway. And again, what we're going to see is we're given a size. They're given a parameter here, where we're seeing the width of the property, yeah, in meters. And we're given some dynamics for this, for the size of the structure has to be, aka you're skinning. You're not making something higher, taller, or smaller. You're kind of going to be skinning what is already there. But there's a lot you can do with skinning, and the idea that you're skinning or making the design of the structure, as opposed to an ornament for it, means that you can change some of the underlying aspects of the way things are designed around windows, etc. And ultimately, you're not going to have the ornaments on to make it look different. And maybe, just maybe, it will take ornaments as well at some point. Maybe. Initial deliverables: 2 NFT gilts, 2 IPFS pings, 2 preview URLs, 2 titles and descriptions, 2 color palettes, roof, walls, and details. Again, palettes, so we can have the differentiated colors for the properties, for the structures. Upon approval, deliverables: 5 models out of 8 must include at least 1 factory. Again, you have to have 5 total models. There's 8 available, so 5 of the 8 models are what you're gonna have to, represent or actually deliver on. Full submission of 5 models: NFT, LOD0, LOD1, LOD2, wireframe, IPFS. You're going to have to do a full submission of 5 validator reports URLs. So you have to do the validator report for each structure. Full submission of 5 preview URLs, full submission of 5 titles and descriptions, full submission of 5 color palettes. Moral of the story is, it's a lot of work. It's a good little bit of work, or I'd say a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do the first 2. You're going to have to put more work in, and you're going to have to do more deliverables when you actually deliver the completed. So Upwind is giving the compensation to the person who's going to have to do the most work. So I like that there is a little bit of incline there, that the person who's just competing, they haven't won, they're not going to get the prize. They're not doing the same amount of work as the person who's actually getting the prize. The Upwind's paying you for what you've done and what you are going to have to do, but they're only paying that one winner. So do this as a charity to Upland. No, do it because you want to. Do it because you want to. Ultimately, if it doesn't get chosen, if it doesn't come into the game of Upland, when we do have blueprint shops, if we have the opportunity to go ahead and build structures in the game of Upland that are outside of these contests, you can use that information. You can use that design, and don't give it to somebody else and say, I'm done with this, I don't care about this. And then through 3 months, when blueprints, again, in 3 months, if blueprints come out, you don't want to feel like you gave away your opportunity. So just keep that in mind. Details. Submissions are open on May the 1st, 9 a.m. PT. Again, we got a little while before they open. They close 9 a.m. PT on the 21st. The completion of the remaining 5 structure types will only occur after the winner is announced live in Vegas at Genesis Week 2024, June the 7th on Friday, aka this is a Genesis event. The winner will have 8 weeks until Friday, August 2nd to submit all of their designs. Again, August 2nd means that we're probably not going to see this coming to the game of Upland. And I'm not being pessimistic, I'm being realistic. Until mid to late fall, maybe early winter, we see that they go through and they verify everything after they've all been submitted. If it was me and the validator files went through and everything looked good and it all subscribed to a design that Upland had already chosen, it would be in the game of Upland 3 or 4 days afterwards. But I don't think that's going to happen. But surprise me, and I'll be happy and I'll be smile. Prizes: the winning designer will receive prizes: 5 free properties in the newly crafted neighborhood, ready for you to call your own, or to develop further. These will be delivered all after all the submissions have been completed. Again, you don't get the prize until after August 2nd or after you submit everything. 5 spark to fuel your creations and bring even more of your ideas into life within Upland. This will be delivered in the week following Genesis Week in Las Vegas. So you do get the 5 spark for winning. The 5 properties don't get transferred to you until you finish everything, aka they're actually putting a some kind of capstone here, some type of deliverable if you want to get the full prize. I like that. Good job, Upland. Getting started, get in there, do the brainstorming, sketches, the visionary designs. More details are still on the way. The rules for the structures that are going to tell you what you have to do, what you have to subscribe to, how you have to build it. Stay tuned. Again, more information on the concepts or what the requirements to transform this concept into reality. Those will be coming out prior to the start. But Upland's telling us today, hey, May 1st, we're starting a design contest or the submission for design contest. You don't have all the details. More details are to come. We're eager to witness your creative journey as you take on this challenge and encourage you to share your evolving ideas and designs. Don't forget to tag at Upland in your posts. I have a little bit of mucus catching in my nose. I apologize. We can't wait to celebrate your creativity. This is your moment to shine in the Upland community, to be recognized for your creative prowess and to earn rewards that reflect your hard work and innovation. We can't wait to see what you'll bring to the neighborhoods of Upland. Let the Genesis 2024 Design Challenge begin. Again, we're in Genesis season. Let's go. I'm ready for it. I like when Upland gives us a heads up on something ahead of time so we can get ready. Here's your structure details, structure rules as of right now. Structures may not contain or must contain at least one entrance. Structure entrances must not be covered or blocked. Each submission requires 100% reporting URL generation from the validator. The list goes on. I'll let you read that if you choose to do so. If you are watching on YouTube, watch this. Ooh. They're all there and you can read them. If you don't have time, if you're not on YouTube, feel free. Jump on over to the announcement. Read that at your leisure. If you're going to be a participant, you have until the 1st to figure out if you want to be and put the time in and put the effort in because you can't submit before then. So looking forward to this again as part of Genesis Week 2024. The idea, the concept's already been floated about, hey, when are we going to hear about this and that? And the other thing about Genesis Week 2024, for me, I'm waiting to hear about panels. I'm, personally interested in panels. And I know a lot of other people are waiting to hear about, is there going to be a hackathon? How's that going to be designed? Like we know when I talked to X1 back when the original announcement went out about Genesis Week, he did say there will be a hackathon. It will be organized a little differently. We're going to see, hopefully they're going to give us a little bit of time, aka let's hear about it in the next couple of weeks so people can choose to participate, find out the new parameters, get involved. And if people are earning a seat at the table, the opportunity to travel into Vegas to go to Genesis Week 2024, more time rather than less is always good when they know who's going to go, as opposed to 4 days ahead and you're having to take time off work on a flash and you can't get time off, but maybe Jimmy can, and it becomes a whole thing. So again, more time is better, Upland. If you can get on top of that, we would love it. All right. So with that looked at, with that considered, I'm looking forward to seeing the next layers of what's coming out for Genesis Week 2024. Stuff involving contests and prizes, as well as just if there's more details they want to give us, tell us about the timing of when the event's going to happen and what's going to happen now. And maybe give me a little roadmap of what our booth spaces are going to be like. I didn't apply, so they're not my booth spaces, but they're the community's booth spaces. When they're going to happen.Maybe they don't happen during panels this time. Well, that would be great. That would be great for both parties. If panels aren't going on while those booth spaces are just 25, 30 feet away, man, just some ideas. All right. And then one other thing I do want to cover and go over tonight is let's just make it a feature. Here's our feature. Here we are, earn points. Here is the one that we already have, the post. GM, clear the nose out. GM Upland fam. We've seen many newcomers through the Sparklet airdrop, and we want them to have a hood to stake their Sparklet on. Oh, geez, what are the best Upland nodes newbies should ape into? More about nodes in Upland. Again, this is yesterday's. We didn't get a new one today. I can go in there and talk about the same things I talked about yesterday, but I won't. You can always go back and see our thoughts from yesterday. But the note there obviously is looking forward to a new one tomorrow. Do keep in mind that when the newest tweet to retweet, the newest mission dropped yesterday, we saw the previous mission disappear almost immediately, aka get in and participate within the period. So you want to participate with this one, participate now, don't wait. And if you want to participate with our next one, when it drops, participate when you can. Don't wait for it. You would end up not being able to participate because we don't know when the time with that mission is going to end. All right, easy enough there. So for tonight, I'm going to leave a couple thoughts here moving forward. I am going to remind ourselves of a couple schedules worth reviewing and considering this week. Let's get back to the ones that we've got to schedules on this week. Blossom ornament bundles. We have less than a week out. We've got a couple key dates. Key dates are down here. Keep on going. There we go. 15th at 8 a.m. PT is when the registration starts for these map assets. The sale is going to be the 16th at 9 a.m. PT. 10,000 UPIX each. Again, a rare UPIX sale. So let's get it on that if we want to. In order to participate, you would have had to purchase one of the ornament bundles. And but wait. Can we still do so? Let's find out. Let's get back to our Upland page. Get into our Get UPIX. Go over to specials. Look on down. Oh, why? There they are. They're still there. 32 Small Townhouse Bundle 2s are available. And Small Townhouse Bundle, again, the generic townhouse, the large one. There's 120 of those available. $16 or $15.99 for either. Again, when they're gone, they're gone. After Friday, they will get cut off, or at least the ability to use them to get into that sale for the map assets that will end. So just keep that in mind. We're right here towards the end of the time to participate with those and to mint and to purchase those for opposition to mint with these guys here, these structure ornaments, the blossoms and the blossom robots. And we do have some other cutoffs here. Thursday, April 11th, 9 a.m. PT. Oh, wait, it's over. The deadline for burning our block explorers. So if you want to burn the block explorers to get the reward, yet too late. Buying the bundles, maybe not as valuable anymore because you can't burn those block explorers if you wanted to. Friday the 12th at 9 a.m. PT. That is tomorrow. Deadline for ornament purchase to qualify for the map asset sale, like I said. So there are some bundles left if you want to buy your first to have the ornament, but also to be able to participate in this sale over here. And then for Wednesday, let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday, April 17th, 9 a.m. PT. That's the deadline to purchase your map assets to enter the Bermuda property drawing. I don't think those are going to hang around that long. Like I said, that is something that is limited. It is in UPIX. We only have so many UPIX sales. The sale starts on the 16th at 9 a.m. PT. I don't necessarily think it's going to hang around to the 17th at 9 a.m. PT, but if it does, if it's not fully sold out, if there's still some of those available, they're not going to qualify for the Bermuda property drawing if you haven't bought them by then. All right, that's the first one, and that's a big one. We are in racing for Blossom season, so you can continue to participate in the Blossom season racing event. Keep that in mind. The Thursday, we had one this morning, 9 a.m. PT. We have this snapshot every Thursday for those who have structure ornaments up for the season, for Blossom season. They have to be up on a property that is in one of your collections. So if that is something you are doing that is already captured this morning, Thursday, 9 a.m. PT, between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. You have to have it decorated by then if you want to be calculated into the leaderboards. So easy enough. Make sure we're doing that fight every Thursday. Looking forward, we do know, again, I'm going to say it again and again until it happens, the Sparklet AMA should be happening sooner rather than later. We've been told to get ready for it. It's not here yet. Maybe it's coming soon. Let's hope it's coming soon. We got a lot to come up with Genesis Week. I'd love to have that soon to get people excited and thinking about Sparklet and moving forward. And we are headed into the end of this first chapter. And let's see when that drops. And of course, from here on out, I say we're in Genesis season. We're in Genesis season. I don't give a crap that Genesis season technically starts on June 1st. I'm going to say we're in Genesis season because we're starting to wrap up for Genesis Week. Less than 2 months away now. Our first event that's actually going to happen and be announced at Genesis Week. That is something that has already dropped. That is for the Genesis design, for the structure design. That is something that is going to be a big part, or is going to be part of the awards at Genesis Week, and we're building towards that. We're going to have some more things that get dropped. We're going to learn more about the event. We're going to see, hints and reasons. And I'm sure Upwind's going to do at least one more push. There's going to be at least one more promotion, at least one more reason why you should go to Genesis Week 2024 if you aren't already going. So continue to consider, continue to get ready. And did Goldie take a sandwich tonight? No, Goldie took 0 sandwiches. Goldie has not even had any good adult beverages. He's got a little sippy sip he'll take. It's good, but no adult beverages yet. But I will say this, looking forward to, very excited about, very animated about, and that's likely what you see, Cheese, is being a little bit animated about Genesis Week 2024. Looking forward to seeing it all coming together, and looking forward to seeing you, those who can make it, live in person in Las Vegas, June, I'm going to say 5th, even though it's technically that Thursday, Friday, but I will be there the 5th. I will be there till Sunday. So I'm going to say June 5th, looking back at the calendar, through the 9th, 2024. 6th and 7th is the actual date of the event, but looking forward to seeing you live in Las Vegas if you can make it. If you can't make it, looking forward to participating in Genesis Week 2024 virtual event with all of you as well. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Those who are on or in the Upland Discord Cafe, thank you for being here. Thank you for being in Discord Cafe. Thank you for being watching on YouTube as well. But if you're in the Discord Cafe, we do open up the opportunity to say, oh, hi, Ricey. We do open up the opportunity to be part of the conversation, to be part of the floor. I am going to say thank you so much for the night. To those in the Upland Cafe, the floor is yours. Unmute those mics. And good night.